What's up, people? Back with another one here. Today it is Mr. Eddie Barber, and today we are going to be covering enhancements, what they are, how to use them, why you might want to use them to step your game up. I have spent a lot of time debating on whether or not I wanted to go down this road because there's so much color abuse going on and so much stuff on Instagram that just makes me sick to see these haircuts and this ridiculous amount of spray. But I gotta say, man, I'm really happy that I did do this. I'm super happy with the clients and the response. That's been great. I got this one from Central Pneumatic. I got it on Amazon. I put the link down in the description. You guys can check that right out. And it comes with everything you need. You get the gun, you get the cord, you get the pump. It's very quiet. It's long enough to stay underneath your station and it's not in the way. And then you get the bottle and everything you need to put the color in it. I've been mixing it about 50-50 with the darkest brown from Kiss Express. And it's been solid. I kind of found that if you want it to be a little bit lighter, you can just add a little bit more alcohol. Or if you want it to be a little bit darker, you can leave a little bit more Kiss in there. So it's kind of like you spray it on a card, sort of see what color you're getting out of it, and change it a little bit if you need to. But before I get ahead of myself and I get into all that, I wanted to show you a quick application using fibers. This is a different kind of enhancement that you can use and people are using and over abusing, but it has its place in the world. I'm not gonna hate on nobody for doing this because look, I do it too. Sometimes you want to get a good picture, you put a lot of work into a haircut, you want to share it with the world, and you want it to be of the highest caliber that it can be. But the reason why I don't really like fibers is more because the clients, it doesn't last. As soon as the client leaves, the window is open, blows it right off of his face, and in one wash it's totally gone. But anyways, you can use a razor to do the line, but I find it a lot easier to do it with the trimmer because the razor tends to clump. The trimmer sort of knocks those loose hairs out of the way. Before you begin applying the fibers, just put a little bit of hairspray on the beard so that the fibers will stick. Apply the fibers, get the line straight the way you want it, and then put a little bit more hairspray on to kind of lock it in. That's the best case scenario for your client. At least it stays in for maybe the whole day. And hopefully he don't touch his beard and cause it to be messed up because that's what really happens with fibers. But like I said, to get your quick Instagram picture, to get your quick Facebook picture, or to try to advertise your work, that's kind of where it starts and ends for me. I don't really like them that much, and ever since I got the airbrush, I've pretty much totally ignored my fibers. I don't even use them anymore. Now, the airbrush, that's a whole different story because when we use Kiss Express, we got about 3 to 4 days. It's very simple to apply. You can see what I'm doing here. I'm just putting it in, a little bit of spray, go to them spots that are, a little bit thin, and you can kind of have it come in thicker or thinner depending on how close you hold the brush to them, and you can sort of see what's happening as it's happening, and you can kind of make the decision like, okay, I want to come in a little bit further. No, that's too close. I want to back up a little bit more, and it doesn't take long to get good at doing this. I've had this airbrush now for a few weeks. I've been using it a lot, and the response has been overwhelmingly positive from the clients. They're coming back already, and they're asking for it again. So I could see it as a definite benefit. It's going to be an upsell in the shop for anybody who starts doing this, and people are going to see it as you're doing it. They're going to start asking questions, and like I said, it's been a great thing to have, and people are starting to see that you're kind of innovating. You're on the frontier. You're out here kind of paving the way. And in a lot of barbershops like mine, people who are coming in really haven't seen that kind of stuff going on as much. They're not going to the shows. They're not watching barbers on their Instagram, so they're not plugged into this stuff. So if you've been on the fence about buying this, honestly, what are you waiting for? If you want to get serious about the barber career and you want to get into this, this is something that's a serious help, and it's been fantastic. I mean, look at the way this client's edge is. All right, so obviously he's thinning a little bit on the top, and no one likes thinning on the top. So when you spray a little bit of this Kiss Express, as long as you match it with the right color, I mean, look at him. You can't beat that. And look at these smiles that I'm getting.
I feel like a man again.
If you get a little bit too close, or if you make a little mistake, there's nothing wrong with that. You can just take some color remover from Wella. I have Wella color remover. It works excellent. I spray a little bit on a towel. You can wipe this off of his face immediately. You can get it out instantly. I would say you got about 15 seconds from when you spray on the beard. You got about 15 seconds to sort of move that color around a little bit with your razor. Within reason, it's not going to move a whole lot, but if you put it down where the hair actually is, and a little bit of trial and error, you're going to start getting it. It's going to start coming out real fresh. Then your beards are really going to be looking like they're on point, and your clients are going to be really happy with the way they look. Especially, you know, dude, look at that mousy beard. How mousy that is. It's mousy. Alright, so we're about to fix that. Look at mousers. So I'm playing around with these guys. Anyways, yeah, we just put this beard back on point, and time and time again, it's been great. I've used that red actually from Kiss Express, and even that's been good on some of the redheads. I used the honey brown on that guy with the lighter hair, like the blonde hair. But honestly, I found that the K98, the darkest brown, actually works best with almost all types of hair. I've not really run into a situation where it hasn't been good enough to use, because like I said, you can always thin it out with a little bit more alcohol and you can get it, you know, on point just like that. So okay, in the future, I'm gonna do the full fade that I did on this guy and the whole style and everything like that. I'll do all that in the future on another video with all the texturizing that I'm doing and stuff like that. I wanted to kind of cover some of that in another video. But I really wanted this video to be more about enhancements, because I think that's something that a lot of people are kind of in the dark about. And so it's been something that's created a lot of buzz for me, and I'm sure it will probably do the same for you if you decide to do it. I just threw a little bit of Elegance wax in there, just styling him up. And I'm going to show you guys what he looked like before any enhancements were done. So this is about what it is. I mean, the lines are straight, the beard is good, but the problem is you really can't see it. So all that work, because of his light hair, it was almost, you know, it feels like it's just not showing. So here I come through, just darkening up his edge a little bit. It looks natural, it looks good, and you're gonna start to see it come out. All the lines that I put in, that I want them to look sharp and clean. And the other thing too is, like, if you like to do designs, if you're the kind of barber that likes to do a lot of designs, this is gonna be awesome for you too, because you can really spray some of them spots, make some of it look darker, do some of your shading, and really show off your work a little better. So I hope, if anything, you get something out of this video. I hope it helps, and I hope you make the decision to step your game up and maybe consider using some of this airbrushing stuff, or maybe consider using some of these enhancements. I would just say that, you know, it sickens me the amount of color abuse that I see on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff, but the truth is, it really does sell and it really does work. And your average client doesn't know the difference between a haircut that's enhanced and a haircut that's not. And when they look on your Instagram and they see something that's not, they might think that your work is just not that good. And unfortunately, to compete, you're gonna have to step your game up too, and you're gonna have to do some things you're not comfortable with. So this was one of those things for me that it was pride that was kind of stopping me from doing this. But honestly, after I've been doing it for a while, I couldn't be happier that I switched over to doing this, because not only is it easier than applying it with the brush for one, it's also just something that really has made the clients happy, which is something that's always happy to hear. Like, I'm always happy to hear that my clients come back and tell me that they're satisfied, that they really liked what I did with their beard, and this is something that they really can't do at home. They're not going to have the equipment to do this, so the only way they're going to be able to get this done is to come and see you. So that kind of puts you in a position with them where you're providing a service that they can't do on their own. Sure, he could go home and shave his beard. Sure, he could go home and line it up, you know, but he's not going to be able to spray the line in the way we do, and he's not going to be able to do the edge the way we do. So this is adding a whole nother element. Yeah, I just wanted to take a second too to invite you on over to my website, thebarberarmory.com, where I'm trying to arm you guys with the tools, tips, and information. We're going to be doing some vlogs there. I will do some videos that I won't be putting on YouTube, And in the future, we're going to start carrying products there too. So, you know, this way I can show you what works with what, how everything works out, how like Andis stuff can fit on Osters, and all the different technical stuff that I picked up over the years. So if you want, check that out. Thank you. Yeah, I just made a little mistake there. I put it up a little bit too high, but like, who cares? I got my Weller color remover right behind me. I put a little bit on a towel, wipe it off, boom, do it all over again. Piece of cake. But I was going to say, man, I had to do this real quick before I end this video. I hate when I see barbers go really overboard with the color, but yo, check this out. I know, right? It's ridiculous. It's so much fun. We were laughing all day with this, man. I hope this video put a smile on your face, man, and I hope you guys like what you see. I hope you learned something, and I am going to come back to you very soon with another series of videos. So if you haven't already, man, like, share, subscribe, whatever. But hit that notification bell. I'm trying to bring you valuable content, and I'm putting it up all the time. So every time that I have to work on this, all the time that I have to dedicate to this, I try to do it. It's a lot of work to edit these videos. It's a lot of work to put all this together. And, you know, I hope that if it helps you, you guys just, you know, find it in your heart to go ahead and subscribe. Maybe hit that like button. Until I see you in my next video, man, I love all of you guys, and thank you for watching. I'm out.